Okay, so I was gonna work on this a little bit outside of the stream, but I decided I will just keep going. And well, I looked at it um, off stream for a minute, and then I was like, you know what? I'll just jump on the stream and see what we can figure out. The only problem with this is when I try stuff, it just takes a minute to build, so it kind of sucks. But it's all right. All right. So I did one thing. I just added this print statement. I removed a print statement from up here that was printing LP. But other than that, same thing. Okay, so we know for sure. I'm going to try to remove everything that doesn't work. So we know for sure that we don't need to worry about checking for this because we're not going to use an executable. All right. And in fact, I think for now, I'm going to test this step by step. So I'm going to return, instead of returning status, let me just return LP. I'll actually make a base comment and then return LP. And now I'm just gonna comment all this out. I'll put a double comment on this actually, because some of this I'm gonna keep this. All right. And then I guess from here, create temp files. So let's go ahead and just print tmp lp, tmp mps, tmp sol, tmp mst, create temp files. So create temp files. So I don't even know if that works, right? So we need to start with that. All right, let's build that. See what we get from there. You know what? I should have done those on separate lines, but I'll just wait for it to finish and try it again. While I'm waiting, I guess I will talk about something else. There is a thing called PyScript. I'm not going to be using that. I believe PyScript is a framework using the HTML interface and the power of Pyodide. So PyScript uses what I'm using, and I've worked with it a little bit, but I don't think it has everything I need. So I don't know. There are some things I didn't like about it, so I'm just going to be using what it actually uses, Pyodide, instead of using PyScript. So I did take a look at it though. Let that finish. I should just write a command or a script to run this and then copy it over, but I don't know, it's not a big deal. It's just dragging the mouse over from one folder to the other. Not a big deal. And we have to wait anyway, so I don't think there's anything. Is there anything I could actually do in like the minute this takes that would be productive? I'm not sure. I think it's faster after the first time, right? I feel like it is. Let's go back to this. Loading. Let's see what we get here. Interesting. Okay. I actually didn't know what to think about that. So we are getting these file names back. That's pretty interesting. And that's all that is. It's just file names. If use MPS, so it's default, it's true. Solve CBC. Um, hmm. So if use MPS, PS, variable names, constraints, objective name, write MPS, else, I wonder what the optimizer uses. So optimizer calls it, let me go back to that. Probably help make my decision. Prob.solve self LP solver. What? Pulp CBC command. What's this? Go from pulp, import pulp CBC command. Um, from APIs, pulp CBC command. I think it's in here. So, hold on. Elf LP KWRs, actual solve. Hold on. Solver. Solver equals none by default. Or equals self dot solver. Oh man. So I'm not passing in anything, right? Yeah, so it's going to use that by default. Okay. So I will have to modify this. What? Oh, it's passing the solver because that's the first argument. OP solver, which is the CBC command. Okay. Huh. So I think, yeah, I think we're okay. I think in there I might need to modify it and just erase that argument that it passes in. But anyways, okay. So we get some temporary file names. So create temp files actually does what? Create temp files, self keep files. So this doesn't actually create files. Okay. As far as I can tell, it does not create files. 1, 2, 3, 4. If use MPS, I think it will use MPS because by default, well, it doesn't pass that in from what I can tell. Oh, let's see. Print using is using MPS. Double check. Is not using MPS. Okay. Variable names. So a good check here now is to print variable names and constraint names. Let's see if we get anything here. See if it's breaking here. Let's try that. Probably add like a label to these print statements, but I think I'll know because I already saw what that looks like. So that's printing out. Yeah, so it's going to be between these temporary file names and working. I should rename this ends main by. Alright, let's see what that does. Yeah, I think that's faster. I mean, basically what I'm doing is this works outside the browser. So I'm making it do whatever, the all only what's necessary. And I think it's just having some issues with something here that's running. Um, and yeah, I kind of want to understand how it works too, so I'm kind of slowly going through this. All right, so moving this over, replace, load, see where we get here. Okay, that is interesting. So it is using MPS as we thought, and it's actually creating those things. Um, so there's no errors up to this point. Now that I know it's in here, um, so what am I using? Variable names, constraint names, objective name. wonder if UFS dot read dir. Oh, it's not available. Okay. Um, where were we? Did it say end of main? Yeah, end of main.py. So we were here, objective name, and then VS. Wonder what that is. I'm actually gonna do all these on separate lines. Print. Print. So it's easier to see. Print. I'll actually do VS. Variable names. Or variables names. Constraint. Now let's copy it. And objective name. Okay. If self get warm start false, self write solution commands. Okay. Don't think any of these are problems. I just don't know what they do. Um, let's go with console print commands cmds. All right, let's see what we get up to that point. If we get there. What's after that? If self message. Dang, I should have printed self message. I'll let it run. The log path I don't necessarily care about. But log path opens its pipe. Or what is this? Pipe equals open self options W. Not really sure what that means. I don't think I need anything to do with that, like I was thinking before. Let's take that back. Probably don't need that. Um, although here I'll do self.path, self.path, and then I'll bring this commands down here. Instead of, what did I just do? Instead of doing it up there, I'll do it down here. Words. Okay, this should be almost done, right? Or it should be done, actually. Wondering what it's doing. Wait, is something wrong? I don't think so. Ah, something is wrong, I think. Oh no, there it goes. Oh, has to be almost done now. There's gotta be a way to reduce that size of that too, but I'm not gonna worry about it right now. Alright, I don't even remember where we were at. So commands. I don't know. What is that printing, by the way? So commands, and then after that, self-top. All solution. Okay. Um, that's what it is. Man solution. Hmm. Okay. Oh, I know what this is. So the commands are like what you're sending to the commands are what you're sending to the executable. Orange pen self path. Right. Yeah. So that's what that is. Okay. Okay. Read solution. MPS is temp solution. Okay, so actually, warm start, self, right, so I don't know what this is. I think I need to look at what args is to have a good idea what's going on. After, let's do args1, args. Just want to see what these two things do. Args, print, args2, args. So we definitely don't care about any of this. I kind of want to see print self dot message, self dot message. I want to see the value of that as well. Okay, commands. If not self message, yeah, operating system is not going to be Windows, so none of this matters. This is running the command. If CBC, so CBC is the sub process. Obviously, that's not going to run. So none of this code matters. right? Yeah. And if pipe, we don't care about a pipe. If not, I don't care about any of this, none of this. We might care about. Self.read. This, I think we're gonna have some issues. So let's see if this works. Do I need those temp files, by the way? Wonder why you would use an MPS versus not use an MPS. That I don't know. Let's build this again and see what we get out of it. So I don't know exactly where to go from here. I mean, at some point is where I need to call Wasm. Like, I just need to get the information back from whatever this is, return that, and instead of calling the executable, call the Wasm module. So if we can get to that point, I think we're good to go. I can move on. Hmm. Okay. So objective name is obj, self.message is true, so it's just a boolean. Okay. Get rid of that. What's VS? VS, I guess, is variable array or something. Okay. I'm really happy that this is working, because that would be a pain. You have to jump into this, or at least it seems to be working. I'd have to jump into this, figure out how to fix that. Oh, that would suck, but it seems to be fine. Self options. What's this time limit? Alright, let's see what the options are. See if we can figure this out. So, commands, time mode, print all, solution. What's time mode? What does this do? I don't know. I think we'll just leave those options alone. Um, Oh, what are we passing it on? The main point is we're going to be passing it arguments, right? Process open, standard outs, whatever, standard errors, whatever. Okay, so standard ins, nothing. Args. So args is all this. So we actually don't care about this. We do care about this. And I guess we care about that. I don't know. So temp sol 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's do the same thing with the put these on separate lines. One, two, three. So that's just the file where it saves it. All right, let's copy all that over. Okay. I really don't even care about these temporary files. What I do care about though is the MPS. So really, I think all I need to do in this function, I can pass the commands back. I mean, that's whatever. I'll pass the args back, I guess. Um, I don't care about anything else. Wait. I actually don't even care about that, really. I really don't even need any of this. The args would be helpful to just see what args are being used if I need to use those in my program, in that minimum example. But I don't really need it. In fact, I'm just going to take a screenshot, or not take a screenshot. I'm just gonna copy, what does it save as? Log? What is that? Alright, so I got those args. Does this go further over? Yeah. So I have these in case I need to refer to them later. But I don't think I need any of that. I don't want the program to like do things it doesn't need to do. But I'm not gonna trace it like all the way. I'll just in here. I'll leave those for now. It should not run this code, so it's fine. I don't even need to create the temp files. So let's comment this out. Let's get rid of this. Actually, I do need to create one of the temp files. Temp MPS. Let's make a copy of this. Comment out the original. Whoa. Never mind. I think just this one. Oh. Well, I really don't even need this. Don't need that. Don't need that. So variable names, constraints, objective name. I don't even think I need this. Well, I think all I need is lp.write MPS. And I can format this. So yeah, this code's not gonna work. I'll just remove it. If it's I'll just leave it. It's fine. Um, I'll leave these prints there for now. So create the temp files. I don't care about any of these commands. Commands, options, get options, commands. Form start. Wait, what is this? This I actually might use. Although I'm not sure. Objective name. Care about any of these. Keep going. Yeah, I don't care about the args. I don't care about that. I already got those copied. I don't care about the temp files. Return LP. Return status. I want to return MPS file. Hold on. Print. Uh, MPS contents. And then I'm gonna print. Can I do a with open temp MPS? As MPS file, and then MPS contents print MPS file or something. Or no, read. Dot read. No, I did it wrong. Not sure if that'll work, but that'll be cool if that worked. Then I just have to return that. This might be useful. Warm start. I don't know. I'm gonna print options self. Let's see what warm start is. What is dictionary get? The give method returns the value of the item with the specified key. Oh, if it doesn't exist. Okay. So if warm start doesn't exist, then it will return false. Okay. Um, yeah, let's print the whole thing. Let's see what we get back. Let's see, right up, yes. I don't think I need any of this stuff. LP assign bars values. What does this do? Read sol MPS. It looks like it takes the file. Okay, cool. How do I go back to where I just was? I actually don't know that. I can just go here. Here. Okay. All right. Oh man, you know how I can make this smaller? I could cut out like most of the code. I don't know exactly what it uses, but I could for sure remove any of these except that. So I can remove all the API stuff. I can remove the solver there, which I don't think does anything anyways, but I can remove tons of stuff that it probably includes. I don't need. I'll mess with that later though. So this, yeah, I don't need because that's reading the file. Um, of the solution. I kind of don't get how this works really. I guess the process writes the solution. Is that what happens? And then it reads it? I think that's what happens. Yeah. The subprocess writes to the solution file, and then it's just reading it down here. All right. I'm going to see if I could pull up the contents of the MPS file, and that's all I really need, and then I can return them if that's working. And right. All right, let's just see what this does for now. I feel like we're getting close to getting this working. Getting pretty close. While that's going, I'll be right back. All right, let's see what's all in this wheel. So yeah, the API stuff. I actually don't understand why it's so large. Ah, it has the CBC in it. How big is that? That's 3. That's 3 megabytes. How is it getting to 16 or whatever? What is it? 14. Oh no. I can definitely remove the thing. Oh, look at this. It worked. Nice. So this is the whatchamacallit, the contents of the MPS file. Sweet. How does it know minimize? Where is that? Oh, there it is. Okay. Okay, so let's go through some of these things I logged out really quick. So warm start is false, time mode's elapsed. Alright, I'm actually going to copy this one as well. Cool. Um, alright. So now what we can do is we know we don't need this anymore. This is false, right? Yeah. So that's false. Don't care about that. This will not run, so it doesn't matter. I really should. Um, so temp LP, temp MS. I don't need these two. I don't need temp LP either unless it got here, but it's not gonna get there. I don't know, maybe it'll make it even more efficient if I just remove that, since it'll never happen anyways. I don't know, I just want to leave it there for some reason. Okay, commands I could definitely get rid of. Doesn't matter. Variable names, constraint names. If for whatever reason it gets here, we'll have it print that. Commands, fine. Cool. So all this is write the MPS file now. I don't need to worry about this anymore. Or this anymore. So this will be called, it'll call this. It'll send it the LP. It does whatever it does. Um, was that in order? Temp LP, temp MPS. I don't know. Maybe this is expecting a certain amount of arguments. I'll just leave this how it is. It's fine. I'll just get rid of this too. Okay. Just in case it gets there. Just so I know. I don't see it happening. Alright. So temp sol, temp MST. Like if I leave these out, will they just be null? It won't matter. I don't know. We'll just leave it how it is. Okay. Temp LP, temp MPS. So it writes MPS there, and then it reads. Like either way, whether it's using MPS or uh, not, it's going to write to a file. So without modifying it too much, we'll let it do that. I basically just commented out this whole function. MPS contents, instead of printing them now, I'm going to return. Let's just make a variable outside of the scope. MPS file contents. Let's make it. I mean, these guys are using camel case, whoever wrote this, so I guess I'll just stick with that convention, even though I think Python usually uses underscores. MPS file contents, but it doesn't matter. Just convention equals none, and we'll do MPS empty MPS file, and then return MPS file contents. And instead of printing it, we'll go MPS file contents equals that, and then return it. Okay. And then it will return from this function, and it will be back here. It'll be back here, and it will take that, return that to the solve. And from there, where does it go? I don't remember. Solve. Is this? What? Oh, here's where we were. Okay. Solver, actual solve, status. And then we'll be down here. I don't know what that is, but whatever. And then solve.solver. It's just some resets, and then we'll return the status. So the status actually should just be the file contents. So I actually say MPS file contents, and then print main MPS file contents, and oops, and then print file contents. Why is that not highlighted? Whatever. All right. Is there a problem? Oh, it's this. Okay. That looks good. Didn't do too much to this other than just comment out a bunch of code, really, to make sure it doesn't call the executable. I really don't like doing too many things at once, but I would not mind deleting the solver there. I'll just build this. And I'll be right back while that's running, and hopefully it'll return us the file contents, and then we're basically on our way. All right, I'm back. So that built. Let's move it over. Oh, hey, Schoolie. How you doing? Just I'm getting closer to my goal of working on the thing I want to work on. Um, through using this stuff. Okay, nice. So it's loading it. This is being called from main MPS file contents, and then those are the file contents. So that's perfect. All right, cool. Sounds good. Yeah, I'm pretty excited. I got this thing working so far. All right, so we have the MPS file contents, and now all we need to do is, well, actually now's a good time. I can test cutting out some stuff from this and see if I can make it smaller. So let's look at what it includes. Uh, well, LS doesn't work. So I guess I should focus on the things that are large. So I think what I could do is I'm going to copy this over here. I think I could take this and rename it to a zip file. So I think a wheel is just a zip, and then open it and see the file sizes. So none of those are big. I mean, they all add up. Probably I want to keep the license in there for sure. Probably keep all that in there. Authors, all that. It's fine. It's not that big anyways. In here, Linux. So I don't know what these are, but I could probably get rid of these, even though they're really small. Not sure about all these tests. See, this is pretty large, 61 kilobytes. I can get rid of that. Solver dir. Hopefully I can get rid of this whole thing. This is big too. Coin MPDLL. That's a large file. Um, that's a large file. And then the API stuff, there's some big files in here too. And all I need, I'm pretty sure, is init and coin. Okay. Is there any way to say what's included? Python build. Command should actually comments command. Um, so is that in like requirements? Kind of new to Python. Well, not super new, but let's see. Requirements dev setup. I guess one thing I could do is just um, delete the solver dir and see what I get from that. Solver dir. Let's delete that and see if it still works. It's probably gonna complain. I would think if it doesn't, and it works, it'd go faster too, as well as being smaller. Then I could remove the tests as well. Didn't work. Dependency links. Getting dependencies for sdist. Okay, so there's no TOML file, so as far as that goes, uh, I bet it has to do with setup.py. Just don't know for sure. Need the CBC directories. Um, hmm. It requires, you know what, I bet if I Google this command, or this error message, it will give me a clue. Package dir packages. Okay. So we don't have package dir, but we do have packages. Include package data. Solver dir CBC links 32. Huh. I wonder if I just put false on this, what that would do. And I did an undo to some of this. Actually, I could just go in another cycle bin. It's probably the easiest way to do it. Yeah. How do I do it? Go in here, restore. Okay. Cool. Install requires include package data false. Alright, let's see what that does. So right now it's about 14. I close it. There we go. It's about 14 megabytes. Let's see if it ends up any smaller after this goes. While we're waiting for that, I'm going to look up setup py. Let's see how that works. Setup py. Center of all activity in building, distributing, installing modules. Okay. I guess while I'm in here, I could look up uh, include package data and see what that does. Um, or Google it. Okay, is it smaller? It's a little bit smaller. It's not just because it's a wheel too. Well, I didn't change the size of this. I just changed the extension. Okay. So I'm actually gonna comment this out and comment out anything to do with the solver dir. Let me see what that does. I wonder what that include package data does. Wait. I don't know. Whoa. That's really small. Okay. There we go. Let's see what it has in it. Still has all this stuff. That's good. Wait. It doesn't have... What did I mean? I'm using coin API, so that's not gonna work actually. Hmm. Wow. Why did using package data false not do anything but that? That removed everything. Okay, so I don't care about solver. Maybe I do want this to be true. Maybe that's what it is. And then, yeah, let's try that, see what we get. I'll be able to see it too in the output that I added it. So far, we could do the same thing too with that other program we've been working on, CBC. Could probably remove a bunch of stuff we don't need. That might be a little bit more complex though, but it would be helpful. Um, yeah, I'll have to read into that a little bit more. Let that run, see what we get. We'll be a little bit confused if it doesn't include the API stuff, because the only changes I made have to do with the solver dir. So, but we'll see. Okay. So it's back to, hmm. It's back to including those. It's large again, right? Yeah, it's the same size it was before. Okay. If I can't figure this out soon, I'm just going to move on and come back to it because I'm more concerned with getting it working than making it small right now. But I'll mess with it for a little bit and see what we can get. Learn something. Set tools. Install requires. What's distutils? Wow, it's going to be removed soon, huh? Interesting. What's the current Python version? 3.10? Is that right? Yeah. Well, it still exists. I need to work with that. Um, include package data, install requires. Wonder what that does. Well, I think I could actually turn that to false and then use install requires, but I don't know how to use this. APIs, coin API, coin? Like, how do you refer to it? If this is even how you do it. Well, let me see if I can find another example. Practical guide using setup.py. This might be what I'm looking for. Install requires. Okay. Most projects have some dependencies. You most likely use a requirements.txt file before or environment.yaml or YML. Now that you're creating a setup py, you can specify your dependencies and install requires argument. Okay. Install requires seems to be things that you would install outside of your project. Okay, well, packages equals. Okay. Now this actually makes a lot of sense. Well, sort of. Let's try pull dot API dot APIs dot coin API? Coin API? Maybe that's what I need. Let's give it a shot. Forward there. Okay, let's see if that works. I don't need anything else in APIs, right? And include packages. This install requires, I want to leave as is. All right, let's try that. I think this is actually going to work. Package directory does not exist. Oh, do I need .py? Or no? Maybe? Yeah, if you look at it, really, this whole thing, there's not a lot going on here. So pulp has, we don't care about any of this really. We don't care about the examples, the doc, none of that. Pulp, we don't care about solver, we don't care about tests. APIs, we care about one file. Oh no, I might need a init too. Maybe. Didn't think about that. Mm, we'll see if it works without it. Solver derivative. But anyways, other than that, uh, we have everything else we need. We have a init, we have constants, that. Don't care about those build out things, I don't think. Those I think were pretty big files. Pulp, sparse, and utilities, and that's it. Right. Well, let me see something with this API. It's not a big folder. It would be nice to just have the one I wanted. But I could also maybe just delete them. Maybe. Um, let's just try to include them for now. So, how about just that? Let's see if that works. Yeah, and the command before that just didn't have the API stuff, it did have everything else. So, should be good. I have one more idea if this doesn't work. I'm gonna leave this how it is, change this to true, and then delete the um, stuff I don't want, I guess. This might have worked actually. Let's take a look. Let's go back. Yeah, it's only 84K KB, so let's make a copy of this. And actually, I'll put the copy over here. Paste. Let's take a look at what's in there. So all that stuff, which I expected, it has this stuff, which it needs, and then the APIs. The reason I think maybe I'll just leave these in is because the init uses them. I don't want to really modify the init, so I'll just leave it if it works. Alright, let's see if it works. Base and run coroutine. Pulp tests? Really? What's running pulp tests? Alright. Base pi. Pulp init pi. From tests. Okay. And where's this? I'm just saying init. Okay. So pulp init. Get rid of that. Constants, utilities, APIs, and pulp still are there. Alright, cool. Let's try that. At least it built last time. It was small. It actually makes sense though too, because if I was using this, right, it's 14 megabytes. The um the WebAssembly kind of version of that binary is or only 3, I think. So that's actually a big improvement. I think we're good. Because I think Emscripten removes a lot of stuff that that is not used automatically. So it's probably something I don't even have to worry about. This does seem to be faster too, so it's good. Somehow I lost that folder. After I get this working, I can move back to the Linux server that has the other stuff on it, send this file over there, and let's delete that. I already know it's in there. Move over, and we'll copy it. Save a copy in there. No. Paste, replace. Alright, tell me it works. Nope. There's no attribute actual solve. Really? Huh. No attribute actual solve. What would cause that, really? Order. Actual solve. So I'm guessing it's not being set because it's like solve. Alright. I don't want that file to be that big, really. It's such a dumb thing, but I just don't want to copy a 14 megabyte file over, even though it'll take like 2 seconds or something. Um, well, the thing is, I don't want this in the final version. I don't want it to be that big either. So, let's see. So it's saying, what was the error again? Hold solver.actual solve. None type object has no attribute. So solver is not being set in hold because I don't know. But solver is none at this point. Pressing in none. What? Hold solve. Um, I wonder what that is. So solver is none here for some reason. And it was working before, right? Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. Okay. I do need to make some modifications because it was passing in. Um, like when you call problem.solve here, it's over here. Oh, this is not it. Problem.solve. Where was that? Oh, here it is. Problem.solve. No definitions. It passes in LP solver. Wait. Oh, here we go. So yeah, we're not passing anything in. But then if there's not, you should say it is equal to self.solver. And if it's still not, then it should be uh, that solver.actual solve. So here's I mean, that's the issue. I just need to figure it out. How to set it properly. How does that work, actually? LP solver default. Okay, okay. Yeah. So none of these are available because we don't have the executables. So it's defaulting to none. Um, what are these? I don't think this matters. Um, what's this init? Okay. I don't think it matters if we say we're using the command. I mean, we could still say we're using it. Um, yeah. So I'm just gonna take this. What does this return? Ah, dang. Like I wonder if I just put this here, I wonder what would happen. And I'm gonna try it, but I could also, instead of doing that, just come down here. Is it here? LP solver default. Yeah, like I don't care if it's available, right? I wonder if there's some stuff that runs in here that it won't work. Is there anything else I could use that's similar? They're all commands. Well, what is this exactly? I'm gonna have to do some work for sure in here if this doesn't work, just like by doing this. Let's try it. Alright, I think that'll fix it. Let's give it a shot. Be right back. Alright, it's still small size, which is good. Didn't expect it to get larger. Hopefully that's hold. Okay. Yeah, it's a different error. Alright. Um, hmm. So here's the thing. It doesn't actually use the command. So, alright, let me see what I can do with this. Let's see what we can do here. What the heck? What was I just looking at? I don't know. Alright. Actual solve, and then solve CBC. Okay. Hold on 1 second. Alright. Actual solve. Is this the... So it basically says available. What I can do is just say return true instead. If that, because that might be the only thing stopping it. I think, maybe. That would be nice. Bring that back how it was. So is this the same file? It's not, is it? Or is it? I can't tell. What is this file? So coin APIs or coin API.py. And what is what? Hope Hope APIs coin API, right? That's the one I've been working with. Oh, it's init. Yeah, it's init. Okay. No, because if I go in here, this is the same file, but it looks different. Or is it? Oh no, it's the same file. Okay, there we go. Alright, so maybe that available thing will help. Search always returning true. Let's see what happens. think this is where I was getting confused. So what is this? So this is available. This is a class. And what's this? Also a class. Coin command. Oh, okay. This is a subclass. Um, I actually should have been doing this one, but I already did it, so let's see if it works. Hey, there we go. Okay. Seems to work. Is that the output we got before? What's different or not? Maybe not. Cool. All right. So that's working. It's small. At least it seems to work. Let me see something really quick. So pull CBC command, coin command. So this is a subclass. If OS name is not equal NT, so not Windows, I think. Available, return false. What? Actual solve. I'm not sure how that works. Kind of want to put it through there as well, but it's working, right? What is this raise? Huh. So you can define some function based on an exception. Is that right? Or something? I want to change this to true as well. I don't know. It just seems I should. Here, I'll leave the old copy, or what was there before? And then, where was the other part? Yeah. You know what? Never mind. I'm just gonna leave it how it was. Change my mind. Because that actually checks the path. I don't know what this does. I don't know what's going on. Maybe I want that to error out if it does. Alright, cool. Seems to be working. So I could send this file now over to the web server and try to get it working. But I think for now, I'm gonna take a break, stop, start up later. Thanks for watching, Schooly B. If you're still here, thanks for hanging out, and see you guys next time. It might not be that long. It might be in pretty soon. I'll see how I'm feeling, but I'm gonna take a break for now, get some exercise, take a break from the computer for a little bit. But yeah, thanks for watching. See ya.